I've got no greater cinematic soft spot than the explosion of US 90s indies, synonymous with Robert Redford's Sundance Film Festival, which has launched such indie legends as Steven Soderbergh, Richard Linklater, Quentin Tarantino and Todd Solondz, to name just a few. And now, for the first time in its 34-year history, Redford is bringing a portion of this year's January lineup all the way from Utah to the UK, here at the O2 in London. Cine Outsider caught up with the filmmakers bringing their work overseas to discuss being part of such a milestone in Sundance history. I felt so chilly watching this film. I actually had my coat on in the theatre. So can you tell us about where you shot this film, the landscapes and how they informed the character of Jobie Taylor?
I think different people have different reaction to landscape and the weather, and for me, when you are in this very cold environment, your body has to work overtime. So you go into this survival mode, and it's almost like you become hyper aware of everything that you are and what your potential can be. So I always imagine that Jobie Taylor, he's from the city, he's like into being cool and being this rocker dude, but then when he goes to this small town in this weather and he's completely underdressed, and it's about him being faced with the challenges, what the environment is forcing him to do is put up his best efforts to survive. So he has to go in the survival mode, and whether that means he's gonna force himself to connect with his daughter or just to keep warm, I think it makes his sensibility much more hyper aware of everything that's around him. So.
When I first saw Paul in the movie with all his rock attire, I didn't buy it at first. It was like an actor putting on a costume, but then I quickly realised when we see him dyeing his little bit of bum fluff, that this is a guy who is a struggling rocker, can't even quite get the look right. Is that he's struggling with that as well, is he? As well as his music.
Yeah, and I think somebody who's in that mode of trying to make it is always trying to figure out what might please other people who might look at him. So he's doing all these things so that he will look a certain way, but you're not really sure, is it coming from him, is his personal taste, or is he trying to fulfill expectation of what other people think that a rocker should look like, So it's always this debate, does he have talent or does he not? Does he have the right look or does he not? Well, I think that's for you to decide. Does he have talent? I don't know, I think.
Well, congratulations, and we're looking forward to the theatrical release from Soda Pictures, I believe, later in the year. Thanks again.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.